Alright, Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, our great millstone GMS, who rule well and will taught us this truth. Peace and salutations be unto you, fellow Akim, your brethren that are also pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. Alright? And Lord willing, this topic is going to be talking about the breaking down of the mark of the beast. Alright? Which the whole mark of the beast is a prophecy according to the scriptures, which is a very important prophecy, man. All right, but it's a really a turning point prophecy that as the saying goes, it separates the boys from the men, you know, because this is a really important it's a prophetical event that's coming really soon, man. All right, which the mark of the beast according to the Bible is the RFID microchip. All right, radio frequency identification chip. Okay, which even then that technology is even out today. All right, it's everywhere, man. All right, like for example, smartphones. Okay, smart TVs, smart cars. What I'm trying to say is that this technology is already out there, man. All right, which should boost brothers' faiths. So like if a faith into knowing that the scriptures talk about the RFID microchip. All right, because you got a lot of carnal people talking about how just because it doesn't say RFID microchip, it can't be the mark of the beast. Just because that's the whole point. The scriptures isn't gonna say just that. The men of old, they didn't have the terminology that we have today. Okay, that it's not gonna say the missiles. It's not gonna say ICBMs. It's not gonna say Babylon. It's not gonna say America. So without further ado, I'm just get straight into it. All right. So we'll start off with, of course, the scripture that's alluded in. All right. This is Revelations. This book of Revelations, chapter 13, starting at verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right. Now I'm gonna read this again and break it down. All right. It says, "And he causeth all." All right, which that he is talking about the Edomites. Okay, you so-called white people. All right, because it says he causeth all, both small and great. Because if you read beforehand, it talks about the beast. Okay, which the beast is the Salaki is the revitalized Roman Empire. All right, which NATO, Salaki, which the beast is NATO in the EU. All right, which that stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and with the EU, which is the European Union. All right, so you got this whole assembly of nations, which is in this whole system. But like I said, it's the reincarnation, right, or the revival of the ancient Roman Empire. All right, which is what, pursuant to Job 9:24. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, which that Hebrew word for hand there is yad, what representing it's indicative of power. Okay, so these so-called white people, these Edomites, all right, they have the power over the earth right now, man. The Lord set them over the bases of men. He set them over right now, to be the top dog of society right now, all right. But you get the higher elites. You got the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all right. Actually, speaking of the Rockefellers, of course, you had it was Alex Jones, and who was it? It was Aaron Russo. I think it's his name. So if I'm pronouncing it correctly. All right. You had Alex Jones and Aaron Russo talking about. They had an interview. It definitely had to be before 2006. Talking about. Of course, he had that interview, and many of the questions came up. Of course, the topic of 9/11. All right. And telling background of Aaron Russo's life. But one of those things, of course, that stood out is what his personal relationship with who was it? Nick Rockefeller. Okay, and what he revealed to him personally. All right, that he plans to have everyone worldwide to have an RFID microchip implanted in them, man. Okay, and like he said from his own words, this came from Nick Rockefeller himself, man. So these elites already know they have a plan already set up for an agenda, a certain agenda for everyone to receive this mark. Ultimately, because it's prophetical, and it came from the words of Yahweh Hashem Yeshai in the Holy Scriptures. Okay. Now it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, Now, and what's important there is that it says causeth. Okay, so that's why the brothers go into the global economical collapse. You know, they're talking about the events concerning the fiat currency, because what it says that he causeth all. Okay, meaning that something has to happen. A certain event has to be and set in motion for an event for this RFID microchip to be presented onto you. You know, and that's the thing with Esau. It's gonna be deceitfully but conveniently. All right, so like conveniently, but it's gonna be deceitful, man. You know, so something's gonna happen to where there's gonna be shortages of food. All right, shelter. You know, it's just normal living situations for you to receive that chip. Oh look, it's very convenient. You know, and that's what America's all about, just conveniency, convenience stores, and like I mentioned before, smart chips, smart technology devices. Okay, me personally, all right, I used to live in an apartment where you were given two keys. All right. Now, one key, of course, was to your apartment, but the actual building itself, really, they give you a chip. They are, they gave every one of our family members a chip. So the only way to get into the building was with that chip. All right. See that? So even simplest things, just as getting into an apartment building, because if I didn't have that chip, I couldn't enter my own damn home. You know. So even simple things like that, it's gonna restrict you for not taking this chip. Okay. And remember that was just on a low level, or having an actual physical chip that you can hold with your hand. You have chips everywhere, you know. That's why this thing. That's how we know this thing is coming very very soon, man. It's gonna be implemented. It's gonna be made mandatory very very soon. All right, brothers have said before that this technology is already out there. The RFID, the mark of the beast is already out there. We're just waiting for it to be made mandatory. All right, when shit's gonna hit the fan. Excuse my language. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right? It says he causeth all. All right? So every single individual is going to receive this mark, man. All right? Is going to receive this piece of technology, this tool of the Edomites, this tool of his whole system. Okay? All right? This is a part of his image. All right? Because the image of the beast, it was always around. You had, which the image of the beast is, of course, the different philosophies, different wines, the wisdom of these Edomites. Homosexuality, feminism, Me Too movement, the American dream, right? These things are supportive of the beast's image. But the mark, this is talking about his mark, all right? A tool that he's going to implement and introduce to the whole world. To signify that you are now under ownership of me. All right? It says, right, because it says both small and great, rich and poor, because every single person is going to receive this, all right? Even to the higher ups of society, like I mentioned before, the Rothschilds, okay? The other top high banking families, all right? Even to a hobo or middle class, everyone's going to receive this chip, okay? All right, it says, and free and bond. You're gonna have people in correctional facilities, hospitals. Restricting them to leave and to go home to their homes. So that people in prison are gonna receive the chip, and people out here who are so-called free, because really we're not free. We're under captivity. Right, the Israelites are still under captivity. These other nations are under captivity. Even the Edomites. It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, now that word mark is different from the one in Ezekiel. I think it's 9:4, Ezekiel 9:4, where it says, "Set a mark upon the men that sigh and that cry." All right, but this is different. This is a different word there for mark. When you go into the Greek word for mark, I have it written down. I have it up on screen, but the word there for mark is charagma. All right, which means in the Greek it means a stamp, an imprinted mark. All right. This is already giving you clear signals of what this is. The mark are branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work. So what is that talking about? That's talking about something physical, all right? They're going to physically attempt to insert something into you, all right, aka an implant, via surgery, all right, through your forehead or your right hand, man, which really is anywhere through your body, all right? Because we can't be simple about it. It's going to be anywhere in your physical body, and you're going to have that mark, all right? And of course the root word for charagma is karax, which this better explains it, a pail, a stake, a palicide, and or the oh, and of course the idea of scratching. All right. So and the thing is with Karak, so that or like with a pail, that represents the modern day syringe. Okay, because even back then you had like of course a pail or a stake that you would use to for example with statues, or wood carvings. You would I'm not sure what you use, maybe like a mallet. If other brothers know what I'm talking about, you would hammer it at the stake, and you carve it, and you cut things, and you physically shape shift the sculpture you're trying to carve into. All right, and you change it to whatever you want to whatever you want to using that stake. All right. So that stake represents the syringe. All right, the tool that they're gonna use to actually implement and surgically put in and under your skin. They show you that in videos and articles, man. Like I said, it's already out there. Okay, it's gotten so popular that even in Sweden, they have damn near. I remember I can't remember the exact number, but statistics show that it's really popular among millennials. Okay, and it's gotten so common out there in Sweden that you even have homeless people, not beggars out in the streets having card readers, man. You know, so there's no escape if you have credit cards and of course that chip in you, man. All right, being a cashless society is so common now, man. People barely even carry cash anymore, even in America. All right. And then soon it's gonna be, and that this is why brothers see it clearly, man. Scriptures say we're not ignorant of his devices. We see clearly what's gonna happen in the near future, man. It's gonna be very, very soon. All right, very near, the very near future. All right. I thought that was a joke when I first heard it. Homeless people actually having card readers, all right, in order to beg over there in Sweden. All right, and very soon it's gonna happen all around in America. All right, with that chip. All right, and damn near everything is gonna be implemented in that chip, man. Your credit card info. All right, your personal info, date of birth, male, female. All right, your address. Security questions like what's your dog's name, possibly, most likely, right? All right, so everything is gonna be in these chips, man. Okay, and society even knows it. I bet you if you would watch YouTube videos of the RFID chip presentations, people in the comments will be like, oh yeah, that's the mark of the beast. Out of ignorance, excluding the Akim. All right, verse 17. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." Right? Because remember, we're dealing with a man here. That's why even in I wish I had an example. Of course, with these barcodes, man. You had I'm not sure what it's called, the universal barcode, all right, with the number 666, all right, that being the number of a man. All right, telling you what, we're dealing with a nation of people here. What it's talking about the Edomites, okay? It's not talking about an actual, dragon. It's not talking about an actual dragon, all right? Well, that's just a representative of his deceitfulness, man. All right. Now, right. Now, concerning the judgment for taking the chip, is going to be very, very severe. All right, because the thing is, I'm not gonna mention names, but these other camps out there, they believe that you can you can take the chip and you can take it out or something. But that's the thing, man. Look, if the Lord told us not to take the chip, we're not gonna take it, man. All right, that's tempting the Lord. All right. This is Revelations chapter 14, verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, oh, I'm still I'm sorry, verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Yeah, right, man. It says that, and real quick, obviously, pursuant to verse 9, it said that if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, because you don't need the chip, you don't need the chip to be destroyed, all right? Because the thing is, worshiping the image is another thing, but taking the actual, physically taking that chip is another thing, all right? Because worshiping the image, that just means you're totally down with America's wisdom. You're totally fine sipping on that wine, man. All right, you're totally fine with homosexuality, okay? You're down with the American dream, all right? Democracy, feminism, right? Equality, coexist. If you're worshiping that image, and the Lord returns back, all right, in the midst of this World War III, guess what? You're still going to be destroyed, all right? Because really, Salakia, taking that mark, essentially signifies that you're solidifying towards the Lord and declaring towards the Lord with that action that I am totally down with the system of the beast, which you're against. That's essentially what you're saying to the Lord. I'm totally an ownership with the beast and Edom Esau, man. That's what you're saying to the Lord if you take the chip. All right, essentially you're drunk with the wine forever if you take that mark. All right. It says, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. That's right, man, righteous anger. Okay, it says it's going to be, which is poured without mixture. Meaning what? When you, there's not going to be any, with these thermonuclear missiles and the lasers from the chariots, there's destruction, all right? It says that you're not going to, so lucky, well, it's poured out without mixture. Meaning what? That it's not going to be diluted. You're going to get the whole raw feeling of it, man. All right, there's not gonna be any painkillers or chasers, man. You're gonna feel the full-on pain, all right, in the wrath of the fire of the Lord's indignation, man. All right, and it's gonna be a lot of mass death. That's why the Lord said that the slain of the Lord is gonna be many. All right, it says into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And it says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and forever, and have no rest, nor day, nor night. Yeah, that's right, man. And the thing is, the elect, they're not going to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. Brothers shouldn't want to be a part of that, okay? Because the thing is that it's not going to be just, it's not just fire. Remember, it's thermonuclear fire, man. It's going to burn you, man. The Most High is going to have it to where you're not just going to feel it for, a millisecond and you're just going to die. No. The Most High is going to make sure that you feel every second of that pain, man. Of your skin, your skin just falling off your whole body, man. The scriptures talk about either Zechariah or Zephaniah, possibly Zechariah. All right, what they're gonna burn while they stand upon their feet, man. Their eyes are melting in their eye holes. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So we don't want to be a part of that, man. And this is why it's important that we don't take the chip. That's why the scripture call it the hour of temptation. All right, because what? We're not gonna be able to buy or sell with it. Everything that we have right now, an inconveniency, like going to the grocery store, buying food and drink, it's not gonna be so easy, man. All right, remember the Lord made the decree that we ought not to take it, and the elect are gonna speak against not taking that chip. Okay, that's why it's gonna be known as the hour as temptation. All right, like the scriptures call it. Actually, I'm gonna get that right now, just because I mentioned it. This is Revelations chapter 3. Starting at verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right, so because we're keeping the word of his patience, meaning what we're suffering with the Lord, all right, and in doing what he said to do, being unto the highways and hedges, he said that he also is going to keep thee from the hour of temptation. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, because it's going to try everyone, man. All right. Remember, it's gonna be a law for everyone to get this microchip, man. All right. Because best believe, even during Jacob's trouble, you're gonna have curfews, right? You're probably gonna have definitely these Edomites are gonna tempt you. Having you at gunpoint. Maybe having plates, plate of food right in front of you. It's probably pork. Some damn soda or water. You're probably dying of thirst, hungry. And he said, all you have to do is take this chip. They have you on the chair. They have your arm on the surgical table already. And they're gonna attempt. They might have your loved ones at gunpoint too. Saying that threatening you if you don't take this chip, you're gonna die. Or the ones that you hold so dear are gonna die right in front of you if you don't take this chip. All right, but guess what? The elect are gonna say hell no, because guess what? The scriptures talk about martyrs. All right. Meaning that they died, they passed away out of this flesh for what they believed in, man. All right, so let me get that real quick. This is Revelations, chapter 14. So like I might have gotten the scriptures mixed up. Go on. It's lucky. This is Revelations chapter 15, verse 2. It says, "And I saw it as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that hath gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark." Right, because what? The elect, they're going to receive victory, man. All right, like I said, like I mentioned before, I couldn't find it. What the elect are going to, they're going to hold fast their faith and integrity when when the event of death comes around knocking at their door, man. You know? And we see that even within the past. You know, things written 4 times room for our learning. Right, like the story of the Maccabees. You know, our ancestors, our forefathers, in the faith refused to do abominable things in the sight of the Lord, because ultimately, we fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We fear we fear more him than the physical man Edom Esau, man. All right, we don't fear his mark of the beast. All right, that's why when the hour of temptation cometh, hey, Isaiah 33:6, that stability, the knowledge and understanding, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to keep us in that day. Okay. It says, finish it off, Revelations 15:2. It says, "Them that hath gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High." Right, man. So at this time, well, guess what? We're gonna be in the chariots, man, with all the Akim. And guess what? The ones that die first here in this physical flesh, overtaking the chip. Guess what? They're gonna be in the chariots, man. In the first go round. All right. And it says, "Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High." Yeah, that's right, man. We're gonna see the reward of the wicked in those chariots, man. Right, and that's what John saw, that lake of fire. All right, it was America burning up to cinders, man. All right, and of course, alluding back to Esau, all right, in the mark of the beast. Remember, it's gonna make sure that everyone gets it, and we can't and especially to these other camps, we can't be simple-minded saying, you know, oh, I got it in my leg, I got it in my foot, so I don't have the mark of the beast. Everyone's gonna take this chip, man, and that's why it says to the right hand or the forehead, because it's talking about amputees too. All right, those the one that those people that have those individuals that have missing limbs, right? So everyone, Esau's gonna make sure everyone, to their father, their mother, their sister, father, is gonna take this chip, man. Sets, all right, and again, limiting your uses of daily lives, all right, just for taking this damn chip. All right, but I'm gonna prove real quick, just to end it off, that really, although as much as as devilish and devilful and deceitful this devil is, he's not gonna be able to complete what he wants to do. All right, and I'm gonna prove that. This is Job chapter Job 20 and 23. Because like I said, this is the agenda of the elites, man. The higher ups, those people that are into witchcraft, fucking warlocks, doing weird devil, practice Satanism, and worship Satan. All right, the Rothschilds, these higher ups in society. Guess what? They're gonna get what's coming to them, man. All right. So this is Job 20 and 23. Because ultimately, guess what? Their plan of of a new world order, that's not gonna come to pass, man. That's not gonna come to fruition. Because ultimately, guess what? No one's gonna, not, like I said before, as much as Edom, he's not, these damn Edomites. He's not gonna be able to have everyone take this chip. All right. This is Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, talking about his mind. All right. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, that's right, man. All right, and the thing is, so at the end of the day, when these Edomites think they're gonna have the plan of being like the Most High, all right, ultimately, guess what? The Most High is gonna pull a full 180 and blast your ass, man, with the laser of these missiles, man. The destruction of America, all right, when the Third World War, all right, these ICBMs coming in just with the arrows. All right, coming in from one end of the earth to another, it's gonna hit this place, man. And guess what? The elect are gonna be delivered from that. All right, in the end, they're gonna have the victory over the mark of the beast. All right, but the 2/3, all right, of you rebellious so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the one that decided not to listen to the words of the Lord, and just disarray what we're talking about, warning you of the things to come, of the mark of the beast, all right, telling you not to take it. Ultimately, guess what? They're gonna take it in these concentration camps. All right. As well as the everyday peons that were destined not to get it. All right, and not to take heed to the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So, so with that, Lord willing, you brothers were edified. I want to say, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the group Millstone GMS who rule well and who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations be unto you fellow brothers, you Akim, that are also pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. And with that, I want to say Shalom.